Hello, everybody. Welcome to episode 31 of All Caps. I'm Isaac Anderson, the author of A Song of Bones and The Garden Maze. I'm joined by my very special guest, L.N. Holmes. She's the author of Space Collisions and the newly released The Floating Castle. L.N. What does the L.N. stand for? Do I just call you L.N.?
You can call me Leanne. Yeah, my first
Leanne?
name's Leanne. Yeah.
Leanne, your book came out yesterday. You must be feeling pretty excited.
Yeah, I am really excited. It's been a really, really long journey. Anyone who's kind of been with me on this journey knows it's been a long journey. So it's really exciting. Yeah.
Well, where did that journey all start with? Let's just get right into it. Why do you write books? Why do you write? It's really hard to do. Why did you decide that this is the thing that you wanted to have as your maybe not life goal, but like something you like to do?
Yeah, well, it kind of is my life goal. I mean, I
Okay.
actually I can't think of doing anything else. I love writing so much. It's like
Wow.
part of who I am, stories and just creating them and the experience reading them and in other mediums too, like video games and movies and TV. I just love stories in general. So, hey mom.
Oh, wonderful. We got family in the chat. Wonderful. We got Tim McKay here.
Hey Tim.
Tim's happy to be here. We have the Australian is here. Bring
Hey
back the
man.
barn. When I have a barn, I'll use it. I'll use the barn when I have a barn. And then Rowdy Player. Hey,
Hey,
everybody.
Rowdy.
Tim, how are you everywhere? I don't. He's like that whack-a-mole thing. He's always popping up.
Hmm.
Yeah, I drink and I know people. Pretty good. Pretty good. Okay, cool. Cool. So I read on your site you've been in like literary magazines with. Is that like short stories and poetry? Like,
Hmm.
is that kind of
Yeah.
how you cut your teeth?
Yeah, actually. That was one of the ways people suggested I kind of start to gain a platform, which is, part of the marketing trouble, right?
Yeah.
So but it also taught me a lot about writing. Short stories, it's so satisfying to write a short story. Because it's quick and you can edit it quickly, you can revise it quickly, and then you can kind of get it out there. Hey Amanda. Um, so it's really nice. I love flash fiction, which is hilarious
Mhm.
because I'm writing novels, but um, I love the short, really quick, punchy stories. I've written a lot of flash fiction. That's probably the thing that I've published the most. Poetry, I'm not really good. I'm not a really good poet. um, I don't recommend like my poetry. I actually recommend my short stories and
Okay.
my flash fiction. But yeah, I love writing it. And I love playing with form. I've had a really difficult time finding any place to publish like my really experimental stuff.
Huh.
So that's kind of just more for me. But the like more traditional short stories, I've kind of published some of those. Interesting enough, I've actually had more luck in like more literary circles as far as like literary fiction for my speculative fiction than I have with like the horror, straight fantasy, whatever, literary journals and magazines.
Yeah.
So that's been interesting. I definitely have tried to submit there, and they're usually not interested in my stories, but I love those magazines and I love reading them. Yeah, so I'm trying to think. Um, I also wrote a short story for The Floating Castle, which you can read on my blog as well if you're
Oh.
you can so it's like for blog subscribers only, but it's easy to subscribe. It's not like and it's free. I'm not going to charge you. So
That's nice. That's nice. Yeah.
yeah, so it's a free short story and then you can kind of stay updated with this kind of journey that I've been on as well.
Yeah.
So, but you can also control like a lot of that stuff. You can control how many emails you get and like, if you just would rather have a wrap up or, once a week or whatever. So it's not too, you know, involved. If you want to be
Gotcha.
involved with everything and know everything that's going on, you can subscribe to my newsletter. But yeah, my short story is about actually a side character in Floating Castle, and she kind of I love minor characters and side characters, and I love making them more important than they probably need to be. But well, really, all of the side characters that I've made important have played really important roles. So
Yeah.
and the one that I wrote the short story about, Matilda, she's no exception. She's going to be important in the first book in a way that I can't say because it's a spoiler. And
Hmm.
also the second book as well. So yeah.
You said something before that piqued my interest. You said you have experimental stuff that doesn't play well with the publishers. Experimental in what way? What are we talking about here?
Yeah, experimental in form. So I've played with for example, one of the short stories that I played around with that I would not say is like ready to submit or anything, but is two stories happening simultaneously side by side.
Oh,
And I was trying to make it so like the story over here was like this story backwards. um if that makes sense. so
yeah.
so uh and obviously it was something that I was working on and didn't totally it was hard to do, obviously, but it was just fun. Is it like jazz writing?
Yeah, it's like jazz.
Sort of, in a way, I guess. One of the things that I liked, I don't always think it's successful, like experimental play with form. I don't think it's
Yeah.
always successful. And I think not everyone will enjoy it because it's not the traditional kind of way that you receive a story, and so you kind of have to do more work to keep up with the author, which is,
Yeah.
for some people they're like, I just want to read for escape, I just want to read for fun, I don't want to think too deeply about things. And I, full support. But with the experimental stuff, it's a little harder, right? To totally make sense of what's going on. So I read this novel, actually about like a zombie apocalypse, but make it literary. And it's through one of my favorite publishers, $2 Radio. I I'm not sure it was totally successful, but I liked what they tried, and that was
Yeah.
like, they would take like footnotes and stuff like that. And so you'd have the story up here, and then down here in the footnotes, you'd have like this kind of rambling thing about this thing they set up here. Like you'd have that, the number or whatever, and you go down to the footnote and you read that, and they would give
Interesting.
you like something else. So not totally sure it was successful, but I liked that they tried it. And so stuff like that intrigues me. I just like to play around with writing. I mean, writing is my favorite art, and I think you can do so many cool things with it. And I don't like to limit myself.
Would you ever release like a collection of those stories? Like this is the weird pack of stories and have like a little collection of those?
Maybe, maybe. I think I'd have to be more successful at it. I think, some of them I think would be ready to publish if I found the right place.
Mhm.
And then maybe I would publish it on my own. I don't know. But some of them are not ready. They definitely need to be tweaked, and yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm really focused on the series right now, so that would be like something I would think about later. And I also have like these other novels that are knocking around in my head that are like, it's every writer's problem, right? Like you have so many ideas and you only have so much time in the day and you only can type so fast.
It's only so much life. You gotta decide, spend the rest of my life writing these like 10 things. These
Yeah,
10 things really well, and then maybe a bunch of other smaller things. But
yeah,
yeah, it's a conundrum.
it is.
So
It is.
where did this start with you? Like is it from childhood? Like what did you read something that made you go, oh wow, this is what words can do? And
Hmm.
how did it start with you?
Yeah,
Where'd you
it
catch the
started in
bug?
elementary school, um, and I would tell, my best friend stories on the bus, on the way to school, and she was awesome and would listen to me, which only encouraged me. It only made me want to do it more. And so she was like my first dedicated, hi, She was my first dedicated like listener, I guess, and I would say reader, but I was telling them orally. So,
Right.
um, but yeah, and then it kind of spiraled from there. My parents. I always tell the story, but my parents took me to the library, um, and I just loved the fantasy, horror, and science fiction, all that stuff. I liked other stuff too. Don't get me wrong. I read other stuff. I do. But that's what drew me the most because there was so much possibility there, right? And that was really exciting. Um, we're on the bus for a very long time. Yes, we were.
One of
Bless
those
you, Amanda.
buses.
She's an amazing best friend. But yeah, 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 I'm trying to think.
Amanda,
Uh,
this is exactly what I was thinking as she was talking. Yeah. Is reading. It's an audiobook. It's reading. It counts, people. That's what we've
yeah.
decided as a society, I think.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I listen to a lot of audiobooks, a lot of trad books. They're easier for me to get through on audiobook
Mhm.
because I'll be doing chores or whatever and I can listen to an audiobook and then I try to sit down and read like an indie book or a small press book and just really focus on it. And then as much as possible. Now, if there are audiobook options, sometimes I'll do that, and that's fun. But I always have this. There's always this possibility that I'll miss something, and I try not to. But if I get focused on like scrubbing this one spot, and then I forget that the audiobook's going, it's like, oh dear.
Yeah,
So
yeah. Lose focus like that.
sorry. Jay's comment was funny.
Jay, we
Um,
wish we were all on the bus with you to help you pass the time. Even if we were just like imaginary. No one else
that
could
would
see us
that would be fun. That would be really fun. All of us
haunting
writers in
you.
one spot. Oh my goodness. That'd be hilarious. I could just imagine what we'd get up to. But yeah. Yeah, so I mean that's pretty much like how I got into it. I read a lot and I enjoyed
What
it.
were the books you liked the most?
Yeah, so I always bring up Terry Brooks and Neil Gaiman as and I realize now that Neil's been getting he's not as he's not yeah.
Neil
I'll
made
just
some
leave that alone.
choices. He made some choices, let's say that.
Yeah, he's made some choices. So anyway, but there were other writers too. I mean, like you talked about Redwall with your books, and I
Redwall's
loved
fantastic.
Redwall.
Redwall is wonderful. So
Yes.
charming and lovely.
Yeah. It that was so fun. I loved that series. I read as many of those as I could. I'm not sure I got through the whole series, but it was great.
Yeah.
When I was really young, it was like Magic Tree House and
Oh yeah. I learned to read reading Magic Tree House. I remember the
yeah,
moment the words started to make sense. It was reading Magic Tree House.
yeah, yeah, those were great. My best friend, I think she still reads those. She's like so dedicated to the series that she likes. It's she's
Are
amazing.
are they
She
still
reads
making those?
I maybe
Is
I
it
think
still
so.
Mary Pope Osborne? Is it Mary Pope or Mary Pop?
Uh Pope, I
Mary
think.
something Osborne
I
did Magic
Yeah,
Tree
I
House.
think it's Pope, I think.
And when I was a kid, Mary Pop Osborne. I called her Mary Pop.
Yeah, Amanda could probably tell us. But yeah, yeah, I read a lot of those. There was other like kids books that I got into at the time when I was young. That were speculative, that were really fun. Some dystopian, obviously, because we were all reading dystopian at that time.
Mhm.
Um, if you were, a child at the time that I was.
It was in
But
fashion.
yeah, it was yeah, yeah. So I read I my favorite was the Hunger Games. I couldn't get into the Veronica Roth what was it? All I can think of is Divergent. I couldn't get into
Divergent. Yeah, yeah.
Divergent
That
as
was
much.
big.
Um it was okay. And then Maze Runner was okay. But like yeah. So you're kind of getting the idea, right? I read a lot. I tried to get my hands on as much as I could and read as much as I could.
Yeah.
So I think the only person that ever has outpaced me on reading has been, my best friend. At least now I say that, but now I'm in this community of writers who are also voracious readers. So yeah, I think Josh has got me beat now. Josh from Already Overbooked. Yeah, I think he's got me beat. He reads a lot.
That's
Um,
good. We need all those big readers. I'm not that big of a reader, unfortunately. Ever since I started,
mhm,
now it's like I don't read as much now that I write all the time. And when I do write, I want it to like to be something like I'm working on. Like my reading is all research now, if
mhm.
that makes sense.
Yeah, yeah,
So
that
I'm
does make sense.
often editing it in my head as I'm reading it. Like, no, stop, just enjoy the book. And I get back to just reading the book.
Right, right. Yeah, I do that too. I get it. And I do a lot of research too for my books, so and that can get interesting in and of itself, like the history and the weird stuff that pops up in history. That's really fun to
Yes.
kind of go, you know, get into. And sometimes you get in trouble because you can stick there and for a long time, and you're like, okay,
Yeah,
I'm
then you
not
spiral a
actually
little bit.
writing
Yeah.
now, right? I'm just researching, but yeah. Writing really slowed down my reading, and I hate it. LO. Yes, I know. I feel you, Tim. I have a lot of indie books I need to get to. Let me tell you.
So many. There's millions of them.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Josh has the world record. That's right. Yep. Did
How did
undergrad.
undergrad influence your current reading and writing? That's a good
Um,
question.
yeah, I mean, really, every stage of my life there was some influence. So in undergrad, it was like that's actually when I read The Hunger Games. Was in undergrad.
Oh,
Um,
so you were
it wasn't
goofing
in
off a
childhood.
little
It
bit.
was, huh?
You were goofing off a little bit.
Well, it came to me right when I needed it. It was like one of those times where I had a really rough experience, and the Hunger Games kind of helped me get through it, actually. So
Yeah.
it's one of my favorite books for that reason. It really helped me get through a rough time.
You need a
But
little bit of punchy stabby at the bad guy.
exactly, yeah. Um, this one I did read in childhood, The Handmaid's Tale.
Really?
Uh-huh. Yeah, it was in my school library, and I loved it. I was terrified, but I loved it. I was like, wow, I'm a fraidy cat, so like horror and anything that gets close to horror scares me a lot, but I also really like it.
Yeah.
Because there's so much you can do in horror. And so that one was a big important one to me. I always talk about this one. This was actually after I graduated that this one became important to me. The Gloaming by Melanie Finn.
The gloaming.
Yeah. It's like
That sounds everything about it disturbs me a little bit.
good. That's exactly what you should feel with this book. It's it's a literary thriller, but it's so weird and so different, which I love. I talk about Jeff Vandermeer's book,
Oh yeah.
Annihilation. Um, love that book. It's so weird and so interesting. I first listened to it on audiobook, and I was like, this is so cool. Like I need to actually like read the words on the page because it's kind of you kind of have to really follow it, right?
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
not something
It's
that you
very
can kind of
lyrical.
yeah, yeah. So it's not something you can just kind of like, oh, okay, I heard that word, and yep, we're still on
Hmm.
track here. It's like, it's like you really have to think about it and understand what he's saying.
Yeah.
Um, and it was very good, very good. Love Kelly Link, Magic for Beginners. I came prepared this time. Um, um, this book you can't even see the cover anymore. This is how much I love this book. It's called The Tiger and the Wolf, and
Oh,
it's by Adrian. I'm gonna butcher his last name. See if you can see it on the camera.
it's backwards for me, but looks like
Oh no,
something
okay.
Strachnikov.
Yeah, so something like that. He's written other. I think. Oh, what's that one? Children of Time or something like
Oh, I've heard of
something
that.
like that. Anyway, he's written a lot of really popular series. But this series, he like no one knows that one as much as I do, I guess. But I can never find the second book. I've been looking for the second book forever, and I love the first book, and I have the third book weirdly, but I
Hmm.
can't find the second book. So that's really annoying. Um, and then yeah, the fifth season by
Fifth
N.K.
season.
Jemisin. This one was more. I think this was when I was in my MFA that this one came along. And I just read it on my own. I didn't read it as part of the MFA program. The stuff I read in the MFA program was very literary, and there wasn't a whole lot of speculative stuff. And
Right.
and
Yeah.
that was like some of those books I enjoyed, and but it was also like, I don't know that I want to write books like this, you know?
Right. Yeah.
So
So
which is cool.
you have this cauldron of influences.
Yeah.
How did all these things become? Your first book was Collisions, and now you have Castle in this, not Castle in the Sky, the floating castle, the
Yeah.
floating castle.
Yeah.
How do all these things kind of become these other things?
Yeah, I'm that's a good question. um yeah, so this one's The Bear and the Nightingale by Catherine Arden, by the way. I always forget to mention her, but she's a big one for me.
Bear and the
Um
Nightingale. I've heard of that one. I every once in a while people mention the same books, and I make note of them.
yeah. Yeah. I mean that one is really cool. It's it's different enough to there's a lot of Russian folklore, and um some horror elements,
Yeah.
some supernatural elements. I don't know, it's just really cool. um but yeah, how does all that become me being a writer of these books, right? I don't know. I just know that I love stories, and I love the impact that they have on me, and I love the impact that they have on other people. I think there's such a powerful way to communicate with people, whether we mean to be deep or not, right? Sometimes it's just about having fun and like
Yeah.
enjoying the experience and like creating an enjoyable experience for another person, and that's important too. Um, and then sometimes it's about, hey, we want to talk about this really tough thing, and let's do it in this different way. So, like,
Yeah.
we're not coming at you like, you know, we're going to talk about blah, blah, blah now, right? It's like more like packaged in this beautiful story that just makes you think. And I
Yeah.
like that too. So, yeah.
Well, let's jump into Floating Castle.
Yeah.
Where did this come? Like, what is this thing? But also, where did it come from? What was the genesis of your idea here?
So this is my debut adult dark fantasy. It's an epic fantasy too. So, think like in the vein of like Game of Thrones and like The Witcher, and I know those are completely different series. But like if you took like the monsters from The Witcher but made them, uh I have my own spin on them, and then also I pull from like English folklore and like
Hmm.
other folklore traditions, not just English folklore, but um and then you take like Game of Thrones with the political intrigue and the dragons, and um I always like say the women's war, because the women's war is about like a lot of this political intrigue, but also like all these family feuds that are happening. And so that's kind of my book. It's okay. I'm going to give you the pitch. You
Give me the
ready?
pitch.
All
Give me
right.
the pitch.
So, in a world where demons control the supply of magic, and dragons are both feared and sentient, like aware, right? Um, three women combine forces to oppose an evil prince and escape his floating castle. So there's like this escape element to it too, as well. Um, yeah, so the three women are POV characters, and then so is the antagonist, the evil prince. Uh,
The evil prince has a floating castle, and he's coming after everybody.
he definitely has a floating castle. But yeah, how did this idea come about? Well, it started with Emmeline. She is the kind of like the knight. It's they call her a dame in the book, but
Mhm.
she's basically a knight. And yeah, she kind of popped into my head, and I kept thinking like, what if the person that came to save the princess was like a woman, and what if the princess was actually causing havoc and wreaking havoc and doing these weird things, and so it kind of spiraled from there, and then Liling, who is actually the person that I imagine depicted on the cover here, um, she took over the book. So Emmeline was the starter, and she kind of
Hmm.
took over. And Liling took over. So, um, yeah, she's very ambitious and very. Mm, she's she doesn't always make the best decisions. She fails a
That's
lot, but
fun.
she's
That's
also like,
fun.
yeah, yeah, but she's also like, I don't know. She has a knack for being able to get people to do what she wants. And so that's interesting in a way. And then Emmeline is like this, imagine this big tough jock, and she's from a farming family, and she had a really rough childhood. Her brother is gone, he's passed away. And so she is trying to make her way in the world and kind of escape this past that she has,
Yeah.
and find security, financial security, in being a knight. And obviously that doesn't go well. And then, my other character, protagonist, is Velena, and she is a witch, and she is trying to gain magic. So technically she's
Hmm.
not a witch yet. She's trying to gain her magic. And of course that all goes awry as well. And so they all eventually come together in this book, and the evil prince is their main kind of adversary. So, and they also have other adversaries. It's not just the prince. There's other antagonists throughout the book who mess with these women, right? And make their lives hard. And so there's all of the characters that I present in here. Um, they're all important in their own ways to the series. So,
Yeah.
uh, yeah, and you'll have stuff come up in book 2, book 3, book 4 that you're like, oh yeah, it's that one guy, and
I recognize that man.
yeah, yeah, exactly. So, um, yeah, they all have interesting roles for sure. Um,
Okay.
mhm.
And
Yeah,
was
so
there a particular scene that came to you first?
I just imagined like this rescue, and I imagined there was, I don't think this is a spoiler, but I imagine there was a dragon involved somehow. Because I love dragons. I'm sorry. I can't help it. I'm just one of those people that's obsessed with dragons. I love it when they show up in movies, and
They're
um
cool. Yeah.
yeah, yeah, in books too, obviously. But um yeah, it kind of started there, just this idea formulating. And then the floating castle kind of came later, and I'm like, what if I did something different with the floating castle and it wasn't like what you would imagine, right? Like
Hmm.
kind of like in the sky. But more about
In the water.
yeah, kind of, yeah. So yeah, so it's different. There's magic and engineering that's involved, and you have to have a little bit of a suspension of disbelief, right? So like you
Yeah, it's
kind
a
of
fantasy book.
do, yeah, fantasy
It's
book,
fantasy. Yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
So yeah, so that's kind of the setting was interesting to play with and mess around with, and hopefully I subverted some expectations there, while still making it enjoyable as a setting. And
Yeah, yeah. The
so
biggest whenever I hear someone say they're subverting expectations, I also hope that they also are trying to exceed the expectations.
I mean,
Not just surprise, but also go, "Oh, you promised me a cake. I got not only a pie, but it's a pie with sparklers on it, and it's like very cool. I've never seen a pie like that before." And exceed expectations as you subvert the expectations.
I'll try. I You'll have to read the book and tell me
Okay,
if I
okay, yeah,
did it.
yeah.
But yeah, yeah. I always try to like take familiar stuff, familiar tropes, things that we all love in fantasy books, right? And I try to put a little bit of my own spin on it. I don't want to just repackage the stuff that everybody loves and call
Yeah,
it something that I made, right? I want to really play around and see what I can get away with. So that's what makes writing fun. That's what makes storytelling fun, is when
yeah.
you do something that piques people's interests. And yeah, so that was my goal.
Cool, cool.
Mhm.
I hope you succeeded.
You'll have to read it. Tell me.
I'll have
Find
to check
out.
it out. I have to read it. So, what you mentioned Game of Thrones, you
Yeah.
mentioned Witcher.
Mhm.
Are,
Yep.
are so are those the two biggest influences to Floating Castle, or is there some other third?
Game of Thrones is almost like, a reaction. Like, I read Game of Thrones and
Okay.
was like, "Oh," like, I wanted the women to be different.
Okay. Yeah,
So
Game
it
of
was
Thrones is kind of it's kind of risque when it comes to the women
well,
characters.
yeah, I guess that's true, thinking about it. Yeah, yeah, very true thinking about it. But it's more, I just like I wanna show you an alternative to the complex women that are in Game of Thrones. I wanna show you an
Hmm.
alternative to those women in this book.
Okay.
And so with The Witcher, it was more like, I really liked all the monster hunts, and I loved going when he would like go out in these spooky settings and he would find these monsters and encounter them. Um, that was really fun to be with him on
Yeah.
those kind of hunts. And I not only like, it's not just the books and the TV show, it's also the video game, because I got to experience that kind of like spookiness and there's a monster all of a sudden in your face, and now what are you gonna do? And then yeah, and then all the fiery women, right, that are in The Witcher. Some of them literally are fiery, but anyway,
Yeah.
uh, I liked that a lot too. I was like, oh wow, look at all these interesting women, and not all of them would put up with, our
Yeah. I
protagonist,
mean,
right? So that was fun. And yeah, so those are two big influences. I think there's a lot of fantasy books that are influences though for me. There's so many incredible fantasy writers out there. So many. So like Catherine Arden, which I mentioned earlier. I mean, she writes this amazing character, that you get to follow, and she has so many different sides to her. She's multifaceted, if you will. And I liked that. I like that a lot. With the fifth season. Like, yeah.
he was probably the best dragon.
Mhm. Yeah.
Cumberpatch comes close with Smaug, but I think
Mhm. Oh,
I
yeah.
you got to give it to Sean Connery.
Yeah. Uh, I do love Smog. Um, and then, yeah, the fifth season, that was so interesting and so different and so weird. Like weird. When I say weird, it means good to me.
Yes,
It's
I love it when books get strange and unique and do things
yeah,
that haven't. That's what I try to do for Garden Maze. That was my weird story.
nice.
But yeah, I like things that are different. You know,
Hmm.
I've read the same kind of thing over and over again, and
Yeah,
that's wonderful. I love how that tastes, but I'd also like to try some of the other spices too. You know?
yeah. I get bored if it's over and over and over the same thing over and over, just repackaged in a different. I get really bored. So when they take risks, I
Hmm.
love it. I love it, and I feel like it's harder and harder to find that with trad books. Just because there's so much anxiety right now with like the markets and like
Hmm.
different publishers closing down, and so everybody's kind of like, we have to publish only what we know sells, and we
Yeah,
can't like and I think they shouldn't do that, right? That's a risk too, just only
it's also like
repackaging the
what
same.
they're asking for too. Like agents want this kind of thing because they know this is the safe thing right now.
This is the same
So
thing,
it's
yeah.
harder for the weird people to really make it big unless they're I don't know unless they're big enough to say okay I'm going to be weird now. You can't
Yeah.
stop me.
Yeah. Yeah. I love it when people take risks on the weird people. Like, the weird writers and that are creating weird stories. And I mean, look at K-pop Demon Hunters, right? Like
Yeah,
nobody thought that was going to take off the way it did. It's the weirdest combo of like these weird demons and then K-pop, and like no one thought that was going to blow up the way it did. And it did, because it was new and it was different, and it was, the story itself is so cool.
yeah.
I think, but um and then of course the music helped a lot. Let's be real. Um
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I have to shout out my own book here, Tim McKay. Thank you.
Absolutely, man.
Garden Maze was awesomely weird. Awesome. Wonderful.
Yeah. I love weird. It's that's what I wanna read. I wanna read the stuff that takes risks. Now I understand, like, there's a lot of different camps among readers, and
Oh, yeah.
so I understand, like, if you want to market towards the people who just want the same thing over and over, that's fine too. I mean, no hate.
Well,
But
that's the kind of where the money is.
it is depending on what we're talking about, especially in romance.
Oh,
So
yeah.
I'm
Oh, yeah, yeah.
taking yeah, I'm taking kind of a huge risk writing this epic dark fantasy that has zero romance in it. I mean, not at all. Uh if anything, it's anti-romantic in a lot of ways.
Interesting.
But
Anti-romance.
do what?
The anti-romantic epic.
Yeah.
The dark anti-romantic epic.
Yeah. I was joking with one of my writer friends recently, and she was like, "Yeah, there's no romance in this at all." And I was like, "Yeah, it's kind of like there's this one character that thinks this one guy is hot at one point or something, and then it just like, oh yeah, and then people are trying to kill us. Back to that."
Yeah, 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 yeah. Priorities, priorities. Let's survive a little bit longer. Then we can focus on,
It's
pairing
hot.
up and having children and building families.
Yeah, and you kind of hit the nail on the head actually, because the story is about survival in a lot of ways. Uh, some about identity and some about breaking free to be who you truly are.
Mhm.
Um, and then other parts of it is like just surviving, getting through these really tough things, and coming out on the other side of it. So yeah, there's it's definitely dark in a lot of ways. There's violence, and there's you know, um I don't know, abuse, stuff like that, but I try to be I try to be mindful about how I present it to you, and I try to give the characters they're not just going to experience something bad, brush it off and keep going, right?
Mhm.
They're going to deal with that kind of thing, that traumatic thing that they went through, and there's going to be things that they have to work through. So,
Right, yeah. So this book is being self-published. Your
yeah.
first book went through a publisher.
Yeah.
What is Space Collisions, and why was this one published with the traditional publisher, and why is the new one forging its own way?
Yeah. So Space Collisions was published by a small press, which is Ghost City Press. They're out of New York. And they take specific things. So it has to be really short.
Mhm.
And they have a series for it. Um, so I was published alongside other writers for this series. They all had their own individual books. But mine was originally just a kind of digital micro chapbook, and then I went on my own and I made the physical copies.
Okay.
So, it was a really good experience working with them. Really nice people. The whole series was fun. It was fun to read the other writers and to kind of promote their work and learn about what they write. Um, for me, I was a little bit of the odd woman out
Mhm.
because all of these are short stories, right? So there's one
Right.
longer short story and then two flash fiction pieces in it. So it's very short, very short. Um, but everybody else, not everybody else, but most other people were writing poetry. And so
Okay,
the
interesting.
short form really makes a lot of sense. These are three stories that I really enjoyed, and I kind of just wanted to put them out there,
Yeah.
and two of them, I think, yeah, there some of them are harder to access than others. So I was just like, well, I'll just put them in a book because eventually no one will be able to access any of these possibly.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, because the first major short story in this book, the longer one, um, the print run for the literary magazine sold out, and so you can't actually buy it
Hmm.
anywhere anymore. So I wanted to still have it available to people. Um, And then the last short story, I don't think you can find it anywhere. It was published online at one point, and now you can't find it anywhere. So, yeah, so that's kind of the motivation for that, is just to keep them available. Um, as far as the floating castle, I did go through the query trenches. I felt a lot of pressure from the MFA to go trad.
Hmm.
And for anybody who doesn't know what I'm talking about, trad is like traditionally published. So think the big, I guess it'd be big four now publishers. Penguin Random House, Simon and Schuster, all the big publishers, right? And then they have these subsidiaries, right, that are under them that all actually answer to these big publishers.
Yeah.
And so in order to get published with them, you have to have an agent. And so the query trenches is where you go to ask a bunch of agents if they will represent you, right? And ideally you do your homework and you try to approach people that make sense, not just randomly. But
Yeah.
yeah, so I did that for a while, and the feedback that I kept getting was um publishers don't want to take the risk on a series from a brand new debut author.
Mm.
Technically, I'm debut with my novel, right? Not so like a lot of agents won't consider like a short story collection, especially a short story collection, as debut anything. But if they do, it's just your debut short story collection. It's not your debut novel, right? So, um, hi Trinity.
You're just a
Yeah.
little bit late. Just a little bit late.
Good to see you. Or I guess not see you. Good
Yeah.
to hear from you. Glad you're here. Anyway,
Thanks for typing
um,
words.
do what?
Thanks for typing
Yeah,
words.
thanks for typing words. um, yeah, so the floating castle. Mm, the other reasons were like, well, there's a romantasy boom right now. I
Hmm.
don't know how long that's going to last as far as a market trend, but market trends are a big thing, right? And so your book might not sell at one point, but might sell at a later point.
Yeah.
With this, without romance, it was not a huge draw for a lot of agents, because they were specifically looking for romance. So, yeah, I had some things going against me, which it. I get it. Like it's business, right? It's not personal. They're just trying to, these agents rely on these sales to make money, and so they
Yeah.
want the sure thing. They want the absolute thing that's going to sell. Um,
Especially today with so much competition.
oh yeah, I mean they get thousands of queries. I'm just a drop in the bucket. I'm barely even on their radar, if at all. So tried the small press route because I love small presses. Have so many favorites. That didn't work out. I did get 3 offers from small presses, but um
Trinity's going through it. She's trying real hard.
hang in there, Trinity. Um yeah, so I tried that route. And then the 3 offers that I got, I appreciated the offers and I appreciated that they gave them to me, but
Yeah, those are
I
offers. I mean, that's cool.
yeah, it felt nice because there was some interest in the book. But when I read the offers, I actually got some advice from a literary agent, who was like, I wouldn't. That's just my personal opinion, but I
Mm.
wouldn't, because these offers are, you could make more self-publishing.
Hmm.
Now, anybody who's an indie author knows you don't make a lot self-publishing. So
Nope. You're
it's
in it for the art.
yeah, and it's a constant grind if you're going to sell anything. So, yeah. So it was like, okay, um, why not try the self-publishing route? I've had people urging me who were like, self-publishing is awesome, and here's why. And they listed all the reasons. And for me, who was a newbie and just dipping my toes and everything, I was just like, why not try them all? Right. So,
Yeah.
um, I'm so glad I went this route because I have full and total control over this book and the entire series. I don't have to ask anybody any questions. I can just do what I want. And that is amazing.
Yeah. There's no fine print. No
Yeah,
no
you do,
weird
and there's a lot of
contracts.
tricky clauses, and a lot of them are legally binding, so you have to be very careful, um, very careful. I
Mhm.
actually some writers actually, took deals with these small presses, and I keep wondering if how they're doing, if they're doing
Yeah.
okay, and, I obviously, I don't wanna say anything bad about anybody because some of these small presses are just learning. They just have to learn. Hey, hi, Chris.
Bearded Book
Um,
Beast is here to make everyone jealous of his beard.
oh my goodness, thank you. Thank you for the congrats. Thanks for being here. Yeah, so self-publishing is really honestly really great. I get to make all the connections myself with readers, with other authors, with booktubers and book influencers, and especially like bookstores. Yes, I have the power. That's right. So it's
It's the
great.
best.
Yeah. Yeah, and I don't have to change my title to something I don't like. It doesn't have to be
Yeah,
something
yeah.
very trad leaning. um we've all read those fantasy titles and like, oh, here's another one. But which is, a lot of those books are really good, so I'm not no hate.
Yeah.
But a lot of times they're pressured, right? In if you go trad, you'll be sometimes pressured by agents or sometimes pressured by publishers to change the title, change the cover. Um,
You got no input on the cover.
yeah, sometimes you have no control about what you like as far as a cover, what you get, which can, I mean, we all know the cover sells the book, so that's hard because for me, in fantasy especially, like covers sell books, and
Yes.
so that's why I tried so hard with this one. You know, I I hope I did a good job. I feel like I've had a lot of good, like a lot of people say, the prince with the castle that float. I predict they change
The
it to the
Prince with the Castle That Floated by L.N. Holmes.
yeah. Yeah. Yeah, something like that for sure. Um, but yeah, I just love having that. Yeah, it is a deal breaker for some. And some of my friends who went the self-published route, that's like, I had this deal with this publisher and they wanted to do all these weird changes to my book and I was just
Yeah,
like,
I mean,
"No." So I get it. I get it. Sometimes your vision is just your vision. It's what you want. Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. I worked really hard on it and I cried a lot over it. Um a lot. So,
it's nice. It's nice.
thank you. Thank you. Yeah. Now hopefully I can do a good job with the second book.
Yeah, you
And
gotta do it again and again and
yeah.
again.
I'm definitely not a graphic designer or, I can't draw or anything like that. I just used free stock art and did my best.
Yeah,
So, but I appreciate
do what
those
you gotta do.
kindness. Yeah, yeah. So, I saved money though because it's expensive. Like all of these things are expensive. Thank you. Um, because you have to get it if you don't have to do anything, especially
Mhm.
as a self-published author, but if you do these things on your own, you take on the cost a lot of the time.
Yeah.
So, if you want a professional edit, that's costly. If you want a professional book cover, that's costly. And so I had to pick and choose what I did. I did all the formatting myself, so it's very basic. But I think it looks somewhat professional. I tried
Yeah,
to
yeah, it does, it does.
Oh, great, great. I tried to mimic professional, other professional looking books. So, um, as far as like formatting and stuff like that, I did a lot of research on the cover design and like what would draw the eye and make you stop and look at it. So,
Yeah, 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 yeah. I found this amazing resource I'm trying to find open source or public domain art, I think. Public domain art. See if I can find it. If I can't find it in the next few seconds, I'll send it to you. So I found this repository of all this art, like from like 300 years ago till 100 years ago, and
Wow,
it's got a lot of really really good stuff.
that's
Like, and
awesome.
and it's all open source. Technically, it's all public domain, so you can use it for covers. And they're like there's a bunch of like really good like charcoal drawings of like trees and animals and nature and buildings and
Yeah,
landscapes would be work fantastic for, especially like literary type stories or
yeah, cool.
really really good resource if you need some really good looking art and not pay any money and have that that regalness.
Yeah.
It's a good resource. I will find it and I will share it.
Nice, thanks. Yeah, I'm always, looking for more opportunities,
Yeah,
more things and I always want to use things responsibly, right? Like I never want to steal from anyone.
yeah.
I always want to use things that are free and readily available, and everybody's cool with me using it. So and then I just try to remake it into my own thing. Um, so yeah, that's cool that you found that. Some places I you have to be kind of careful because some places have restrictions on what you can and can't use, even though it's free.
Yeah.
So, like, I had to really kind of research each thing and is this okay to use
The,
or
the the website was it was some museum. It was some American
nice,
museum that had all of the scans and said this is all for public use. You can use it to
nice.
do whatever you need to do with.
That's cool. That's really cool. Yeah, I think artists who do that are saints. They're really helping other people out, whether it's just to enjoy the art itself or for people like us who are trying to
Yeah.
make something else out of what they've already created. So now in this case it's a lot of like silhouettes and
Hmm.
just bold colors. So uh not a whole bunch of stuff was used for this, just a couple things that I layered.
Yeah. Keep it simple, especially if you're doing it yourself. Keep it as simple as possible.
Yeah.
Don't overcomplicate things and don't try to bite off more than you can chew.
Exactly. Yeah, yeah, and at first I did, which is why I was crying so much. I was very, very frustrated. I was like, "Oh, I have to make this look so beautiful and blah blah blah, and it'll never sell." Yeah. So, this was definitely after several attempts. So,
Well, that's cool. You're on your self-publishing journey. It started yesterday, technically, and you've had so many pre-orders. Hopefully, the reviews start coming in soon. They'll
yeah,
come in positive and happy and good.
yeah,
What's next? What's the next? You mentioned you have a bunch of stories rattling around in your brain. Why did you do? Okay, here's a question I like to ask that I hope people think about. What made this story the first one you wanted to tackle?
yeah. I've told some other people that I've written like 7 other novels. They're all in drawers and they won't see the light of day. Um, uh, I think those were practice for me.
Yeah.
I had to learn how to be a better writer. Um, yeah, so they're not gonna. I'm probably not gonna try to publish those. A lot of
Okay.
it was YA because at the time there was a lot of pressure for like women in particular to write YA. Um, especially like in trad publishing. Which again, when I went through the MFA, it was kind of like trad or nothing, which is short-sighted, I think. But I think more people are opening up to the idea of self-publishing and understanding kind of the beauty of that, and
Yeah.
the how freeing and nice it is. Um, but yeah, with so with this one, it was more like I believed in the story. And when I got done with it, I was like, this definitely needs a lot of work. It needs revised. It needs to go through my writer groups. um, but it felt like a real and complete story to me. And I knew that I was going to continue. And I was invested in the characters and
Yeah.
the world building and the lore and the intrigue and the conflicts, everything. So it felt like it was ready to me versus those other novels, which is like, oh, this character's so boring. Like I'm still
Yeah,
writing
yeah.
this character, but they're so boring.
A lot more
Um,
work to fix those up.
yeah, yeah. And this is different to me. This feels like something I want to tell people about.
Yeah.
Um, and I can't wait to continue the series. I'm so invested in this world and these characters, and I'm well into the Pirate Queens already, which is second book.
Oh,
Um,
nice.
yeah, so it's yeah, I'm having a good time. This has
That's good.
been
That's what matters.
yeah.
Are it is do you have a trilogy planned?
Well, I tell people probably 8 to 10 books, and it kind of
Oh my
depends.
goodness. Wow.
I have like pretty solid outlines for like the first five, and then the last couple books I have kind of vaguely in my head. Not super vaguely. I kind of know where it's going. I know where this whole
Yeah.
series is gonna end up. Um, but those later books, they might need changed a little bit based on what I do
Yeah.
in the first five. So
Naturally, yeah.
yeah. So and then that depends on if I so with the Pirate Queens, there's two kind of main stories going on simultaneously. We have our protagonist that we had in the Floating Castle. Thanks, Trinity. And then we have two other characters that will be POV characters, and I'm trying to decide if I want that to be all one novel or if I want one to be a novel and one to be a novella.
Mhm.
Um, yeah, yeah, I'm having a good time. It's so much fun. I love fantasy. I've written a lot of literary fiction and a lot of it's speculative, don't get me wrong. Like it leans either horror or science fiction or fantasy. If it's not straight, you know,
Yeah.
genre. But I love fantasy so much. I have always wanted to write a fantasy story. And this is just happens to be a really long one. I love series, fantasy series. I love staying with those characters, right? If I get invested in
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
characters, I'd love to stay with them. So, um, yeah, I kind of want to do that for somebody else with this.
That's
I want
cool.
to connect with other people who enjoy, you know, really fun epic fantasy stories. And this is dark too, so don't get me wrong, there's
Yeah.
horror elements too, but yeah, you can do fun things with that. So
That's cool. My
yeah.
first book, Song of Bones,
Hmm.
planned trilogy. First book has become a trilogy in itself because it got too big. 'Cause I didn't know what I was doing. But I mean, to have it, you have a 10 book series plan, like 5 of them outlined so far.
Yeah,
Like
like
how detailed of an outline are we talking? Like,
so it would be like a chapter by chapter, like a summary
okay,
of this is what happens in this chapter, this is what happens in this chapter. And I feel like for me that gives me freedom to change things, right?
oh yeah, keep it as flexible as possible.
Yeah, I'm excited about that, by the way. So really excited about that. um but yeah, the mm, sorry, I lost my train of thought. I was so excited about
Series,
Dave's
fantasy,
story.
10 book series
Oh
outlines.
yeah, yeah. So with the rest of the books, it's kind of like I know where things are going and it's living in my head. But the first
Mhm.
five books are just those summaries of those chapters.
Yeah.
And already with the Pirate Queens, I've been changing things. So I've moved some chapters around, and I realized, oh, I need to talk about this here, and so this chapter has to be expanded into
Yeah.
this chapter has to be shortened and maybe combined with another chapter, and that's just part of the process, right? Especially for me, uh the chaos plotter. So uh, things change, and I feel like you have to give yourself that flexibility. Otherwise you get kind of stuck in a rut, and then it's like, well,
Yeah.
where do I go from here?
If you're
um
not flexible, you'll snap.
mhm.
You gotta be
Yeah, and
flexible.
plus, like, you think of things, and people will say stuff and you're like, "Oh, what if that happened?" Right? And you wanna put that in there and just add that layer of, complexity, or sometimes just surprises because those are fun. But yeah.
Surprises are fun.
Mhm.
Speaking of surprises, do you want to play a game?
Oh dear. Okay, here we
You're
go.
good to
I'm
play a
ready.
game? Okay.
Totally.
So this is a new kind of thing
Okay.
for all caps. We're gonna play the last minute all caps murder bonanza.
Oh, should I get a knife? Like, do I need to? Do I
No,
need
you need
this?
to get a magnifying glass
Oh, okay.
because
Okay.
with a last name like Holmes, I know you've solved hundreds of mysteries in your life, so this should be a cakewalk for you.
Oh dear.
So I'm gonna put you in a situation. You're gonna have some people to interview, and you got to figure out what happened. What's the crime here? Who's guilty? Who's not?
Okay.
Okay, let me paint a picture for you. You're on vacation with your family, right?
Okay.
You decide to go to Mount Vernon.
Mount Vernon.
You're
Okay.
up there. You find Washington's mansion. It's the place in National Treasure 2 where he kidnaps the president. It's that house.
Okay.
You go up there, and it's all blocked off by cops. You know, what's going on? No one can get in, and this man approaches you. He says, "Holmes, it's been years. It's so good to see you, old friend. I know no one can solve mysteries like you, but this is an old timer. We don't know what's going on. We don't know what's happened, but we need you to go in there right now and sort things out.
Okay.
Do you accept?"
Of course.
Of course. So you walk in. The police let you through, and you come across this room. In this room, there are 4 individuals. Who would you like to talk to first?
Can I talk to the one that's number 4? Because I feel like I feel like they might be dead. But if they're a ghost, maybe they could talk to me. I mean, maybe this
Yeah,
gets
okay.
speculative.
Okay. Number 4. Oh, Mike Molman, you're here. Mike,
Hey, Mike.
enjoy this game. This is very Baldome inspired. Okay, so you're going to talk to suspect number 4. So Thomas is lying on the ground. He looks up to you. He says, "Hello. I
Hi.
was knocked down. I was knocked down really hard.
That's tragic. I'm sorry.
Will you help me? Who knocked me down? I don't know who did it."
Okay. I feel like my nurse sister would be better in this situation because I'm pretty sure you're not supposed to like if someone has been knocked down and hit their head, like you're not supposed to like just
I hit my head really hard on this hard carpet. It's not the soft kind, it's the hard kind.
Oh no, not hard carpet. No, that's the worst. Okay.
I hate the hard carpet. I think you should know, when he knocked me down, I smelled something terrible when it happened. It smelled awful.
Okay. What was that?
It smelled like an unwashed body. Really disgusting.
Was that the only smell you noticed, Thomas?
Mm, maybe olive oil. I think I smelled olive oil too.
Okay. That is oddly specific.
It's what I smelt.
Yeah.
Will you please find out who did this so I don't die? I feel like if I find out who did it, I won't die.
Thomas, why do you feel like you're gonna die?
I know, I've lived a long time. You have no idea. I came here with my family to visit George Washington's home because I love him so much. I met him when I was a boy. He gave me a pair of shoes, and he told me to be good, and I feel like I haven't been very good in my life, and I wanted to come here to maybe commune with him in some way, and I fell down. I hit my head on the hard carpet. I don't know what to do.
Thomas, either you're a ghost and you're already dead, or
Thomas, he gets very white. He goes, "Oh no!" He's distraught. Thomas is distraught.
yeah, very white. Okay, that's not helping with the ghost idea. All right, so you don't feel like someone was after you, Thomas? You just kind of it just happened. Why did it happen? Do you have any idea?
I feel like I was standing in the middle of the room. The lights went off. Someone hit me forcefully. I smelled his odor, and I came to like this.
And he just left you lying there.
Apparently.
Interesting. Okay.
I'd give you a present, but I'm afraid to move.
Thomas, I'm going to have my nurse sister come help you, okay?
Thank you very much. That's important. That's good information. Okay, you've talked to Thomas. Thomas, something happened to him. There's some other people in the room too.
Okay, let's go with number 2.
Number 2. Okay, number 2.
Oh, Gran.
Hello, dearie. Hello. How are you?
I'm well. How are you, Gran?
I need to apologize for my husband, Thomas. He hasn't been feeling well lately, and to be frank, I don't like all of these cops around.
Yeah. Why is that?
I have a checkered past, if that makes sense.
You
The
have
60s were really crazy for me.
I get it, Gran. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I have a wild grandmother too, so no judgment. She's awesome. So that's interesting. Gran, out of curiosity, do you like to cook?
On occasion, I cook. Sometimes, I think. Mostly, I cook to make sure that my grandson has the things he needs to perform. He's an artist. Make sure that he has good things for his throat and for his bones.
Grandson who's an artist. Is your grandson here with you, Gran?
Yes, he's here too. Yes.
Oh. Okay. And
My husband wants to come to this stupid place because apparently he has a childhood memory that's precious to him. But we need to get out of here as soon as possible because my grandson has to get to his recital.
Okay. How old is your grandson, Gran?
7, 8, 9. I don't know. He's very good at singing.
Okay, very good at singing. All right. So, Gran, it sounds like you weren't a fan of coming to this place. Your husband
like it.
claimed that he knew George Washington, which is interesting because
He's
George.
stupid and strange, but that is true. He did know George Washington somehow.
Oh, like when he was alive?
I assume. I think
Oh,
that's what he means.
okay. So, wow, that's interesting. Okay. So Gran, did your grandson want to come here?
No,
No.
he did
Why is
not.
that?
He has more important things. This is too lowbrow for him.
Yeah, I get it. Okay.
Now, would you hold on to something for me? She hands you like a little folded piece of paper. Just
Yeah.
make sure the cops don't see this. This is my husband Thomas's life insurance policy. I don't want them to know that I have it on me.
Oh, okay. What does it say?
It says if he dies, I get all of the money.
So, does Thomas know you have this?
Probably. He probably knows.
Okay.
We don't sit down in the morning and say, I'm going to take your life insurance with me today and over eggs or whatever, but he knows we have a life insurance policy.
That's good. Okay. All right. So, Grant, did you come with anybody else other than your grandson and your husband?
Nope, just us. I did know something peculiar. When
What's
we
that?
came in, the door was already kind of propped open, and it was propped open with like a big thing of French bread.
Interesting.
I thought it's very strange, very odd.
The door was propped open with French bread. Okay.
Hmm.
Any particular type of French bread?
You know, the kind that's made of bread that's French and whitish. You know.
Like a baguette?
No. You know, like if you carry it under your arm, it would be like a long box, Big old thing of French bread.
Wow. Okay. So interesting.
It's heavy
Uh,
enough to club someone with, I think.
so it was a couple days old, maybe? Stale?
I did not ask it.
Fair enough. I'm guessing you didn't try it either.
I may have nibbled a little bit. It didn't taste very good.
Oh, okay. Did it have any particular flavor?
It kind of smelled, kind of. This is kind of gross, but it sounded like it was held under the arm of a very smelly person.
Oh, that's not super appetizing. Okay.
No.
Um so all right. Well, thank you, Gran. It's been very enlightening. I appreciate your time.
Thank you. Please keep my life insurance paper very safe. Don't let the cops see it.
Okay, I will.
Okay, so you've talked to Thomas, you've talked to Gran. There's two other people in the room.
Okay. Let's go with number 1.
Number one, okay. Hi, I'm Stankweed.
Okay.
My
Hi.
name's Stankweed. Hi, how you doing?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm doing not so great because my grandpa is dead. He's on the ground and he's dead.
Okay. So you
I got an album coming out on Friday.
you do. What do you play?
I sing songs.
Oh, you sing songs. Okay.
I write the songs, I sing the songs. Grandma says faster, clearer, and I try and I sing more songs, and that's what I do.
So, do you like singing songs?
Yeah, it makes us a lot of money. We're rich.
Oh, okay. And let me ask you this. Do you have any secret songs that you like to sing?
I'm not supposed to talk about the secret songs.
Oh, well, I understand. Yeah. It's kind of supposed to be a secret for a reason, right? I mean,
Mm-hmm.
but you know, I really would like to help your grandpa. And
Yeah.
I feel like if there's anything, interesting that you might want to tell me about your grandpa or your gran or this place or anything that you maybe saw
This place is
around here.
boring. This place is boring. I did find, and he reached into his pocket. I found all these snails. He hands you over all these snails he found, like a bunch of snails
Okay. That is interesting. Where did you find the snails?
everywhere.
So, not near your grandpa, but just everywhere, right?
Everywhere. I came in the room, they were everywhere. I started picking them up. My grandma said, "Stop it." And I said, "You ain't tell me what to do." So I just picked up all the snails.
Interesting. Okay. Um, was there anything interesting about the snails that you noticed?
Yeah,
Like,
they didn't like me picking them up, and don't smell too good,
hmm,
and they don't taste good. Don't try one.
yeah. Okay. That's fair. Can I ask you a question?
Mm-hmm.
How did you get your name?
That's my name. That's how I call myself when I sing my songs. I say I'm Stankweed, and
Oh, okay. So that's
I
like your
start doing
artist
this.
name. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Very interesting. Okay. Hey, do you like bread?
No,
No. Okay.
don't care about it.
That's fair.
I'm
Yeah.
on a strict diet.
Yeah. You are? Why is
Mm-hmm.
that?
My grandma says it's how I get my power
Oh. And what's your power?
and making money.
Okay. Mhm. Yeah. Well, I can see that. I'm sure you're very successful.
Lucas Clay, you have no idea what you've stumbled into here. You have no idea.
I like this. We're playing a game. Okay. Hey, did you hear anything or did
Oh, I
you
did. Yeah, I heard an accordion.
really?
Yeah, as we came up, heard I would remember. I thought that's a fun sound. I could use an accordion if I could learn how to use an accordion in my music.
And where did you hear this accordion coming from?
From inside the house somewhere, I think.
Okay. And was this before or after your grandpa died?
It was before he died.
It was
A
before
little bit
he
before he
died.
died.
Okay. Okay. Hmm. Can I ask you another question?
Ask me as many questions as you want. I'm Stankweed.
Okay. Okay. Are you able to leave the house? Like, are you and Gran able to go outside
Like every day.
every day?
That's
Okay.
how we get to the venue and the recital and the
Oh.
studio and the airport
And where are
and the
you
lawyer's
from?
office.
The lawyer's office. Okay. And why do you go to the lawyer's office?
Life insurance policies. Very important.
Yeah, I'm catching on to that. Okay. And have you heard anything interesting during these conversations between I'm assuming Gran and the lawyer?
No,
No.
just boring stuff.
Like what?
Like, how old is he? Is he gonna die soon? When is he gonna die? I'm tired of waiting for him to die. Things like boring stuff. Boring stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. That is kind of boring. Okay. Well, thanks for talking to me. I appreciate it. You've been very helpful. Thank you so much.
My album comes out on Wednesday.
Oh, that's good. I will help promote.
Thank you.
Hmm.
So you've talked to Stankweed, you've talked to Thomas, you've talked to Gran. There's seemingly one more person.
Yeah, let's go with number 3 here.
Number 3. So you open number 3 and it says, "Hello, very good to see you. It's me, JFK. Welcome to the presidential home. I've
You're
heard of
joking.
your work. It's very, very impressive, Miss Holmes."
Okay, I'm so sorry. I'm not being professional at all. I have just I
You
don't
do
know
not
where
need to
my brain.
bow.
I'm sorry?
You do not need to bow.
Oh, okay, thank you. That's good that we clarified that. Um, so Mr. President.
JFK.
Okay, JFK. How long have you been in the house?
4 hours. Exactly 4 hours. Arrived here
Okay.
earlier on reasons of my own.
Okay.
I got harangued to lead this tour for this family.
Yeah. Um, so
I
you've
swore
been
to serve the American people in any capacity I can, and that includes leading them on stupid tours.
Yeah, I get it. You're a true public servant. Um,
Yes, I am.
so how did you
I'd
get
take a
removed?
bullet for this country.
I sure you would. That's a little messed up. Oh, I'm sorry. Let me get back into my professional mode here. So okay. So how did you come about leading this tour for this family? Because that seems, well, even for a public servant, that seems a little menial as far as a task.
Well, to be honest, I was looking for George Washington's slacks. Every
Oh,
president gets to wear his slacks once. I never got to.
uh, yeah. So you wanted to steal George's?
No, I wanted to wear them and walk around, maybe take a picture and put them back for the next president.
Oh, okay. So just borrow them. Got it. Okay. And so how did that come to you helping this family out though?
That Thomas guy, he knows George. He might know where he's hidden them.
Okay. Uh
But he's dead now, so now I don't know what to do.
yeah, I'm realizing that. So Mm,
And JFK, he gets a little closer to you. He says, "Can you keep a secret?"
yeah.
He pulls out a gun. He hands you a gun. He says, "I don't feel safe here." I always imagine something bad could happen. So I want somebody with steady hands.
That's messed up. Oh my gosh. Okay.
But I'm actually scared because I sense there's a non-American president nearby.
A non-American president nearby. Now
Definitely non-American.
okay.
Maybe even European.
Oh. And who is that?
I don't know, but I can sense him. I could smell him.
Hmm. Okay. Um, so can you see Thomas now?
Yeah, he's there on the floor. Did you not see him? I saw you talking. I assumed you saw him.
Yeah, I did. And I was able to talk to him, which was interesting. So I don't know if I'm actually dead or not.
No.
But
Well, I mean, he's
um,
still moving, but he's practically dead. I mean,
oh,
I don't
okay.
think he's. The moment we move this poor fellow, he's going to die because
Yeah,
he's so old.
yeah. He needs medical attention from professionals, that's for sure. That's why I didn't pick him up off the floor myself. So okay. So do you know Thomas well?
No, I just met the man 4 hours ago.
Oh yeah, 4 hours ago. That's right.
4 hour tour. I never knew there was so much stuff to see in this stupid house.
Like what? What did you see that was interesting to you?
Chairs, bathrooms, rugs, clocks, doilies. He wants to see everything, and I want to look through everything. So it's an okay team, I guess.
So Thomas was looking for something then.
No, he's just incredibly boring. He wanted to see everything.
Okay. Okay. All right. Um so did you find anything that was out of the ordinary?
I think I did.
And what was that?
I found a beret.
Oh yeah?
No American president would ever wear a beret. Let me tell you that.
So do you think this is linked to that person that you could smell?
Perhaps.
Okay. Did you catch sight of him?
No, I did not. The lights turned off, and when lights turn off, I can't see. That's how the dark works.
Yeah, that's true. Okay. Let me think. So did you hear anything?
I heard the sound of an old man hitting the ground very hard.
Oh yeah. Okay, that's fair. Poor Thomas. Okay. So you did smell the man though.
I did.
Okay. And he smelled like what?
Like an armpit from hell.
Oh, that's lovely. Do you know anything else about this man that you could smell, or is just it just the you know just the smell?
Just he's non American. He smells bad, and he's nearby.
What makes you think he's nearby?
Well, as a president, I can sense these things.
Hmm.
It's in the special book they give you.
Yeah. Okay, the special book. Got it.
I believe they
Okay.
made a movie about it.
Sorry.
They weren't supposed to make that movie. We did not approve that.
Okay. Hmm. I need assistance from my deputy. My what's a detective's like second person? My partner. I
Your
need assistance
partner.
from my partner. Amanda McKay. Where are you? You know how to talk to JFK.
So so as you're talking to JFK,
Yeah.
anything about the room you want to check out? Anything you want to do in this room?
So the French bread was by the door.
Mm-hmm. You want to turn around and look at the door?
Yeah.
You turn around. The moment you do, you see something.
Oh.
You see the dirty, rotten Frenchman squatting by the couch behind you all, holding as still as possible.
Okay. Well, I obviously would like to talk to this man.
What do you say to him?
Sir, I noticed that you're squatting there. Do you need directions to the restroom?
You cannot move, you cannot see me.
Oh,
That is
okay.
how squatting works.
Yes.
Oh,
Um,
darn it! What do you want?
uh, well, just think of me as another ghost haunting this house, sir. We've already got JFK here, so uh I'm just passing through. I'm no threat to anybody. I'm curious though, do you happen to know this family that's over here?
I do not. I am familiar with Stank Weed.
Oh, you are.
His album comes out on Thursday.
Yeah. Yeah, album comes out on I thought it was Wednesday.
No. Conflicting remarks.
Right. Um, Let me ask you something. Have you ever felt threatened here?
What makes you say that?
I don't know. There's just this weird aura about this house. It feels very threatening in some ways.
Mm. Mm.
I mean, you can confide in me if something weird has happened to you. I mean, I'm just a ghost here, so
He kind of beckons you a little bit. He says, between you and me, I was in here looking around like I do because I'm French. And Stankweed's family came in with JFK, and I was so intimidated by Stankweed to see him in the flesh. I turned off the lights and I attacked. I moved as fast as I could because you do not startle a Frenchman. And I hit the first thing I could, which was, I guess, the grandfather. So now I'm sitting over here waiting for everyone to leave, but they won't leave.
okay. Um, so you felt threatened by this family?
By Stankweed.
West Egg, wait. Just because you were overwhelmed by just the
He's so
fame and the
amazing. His
yeah,
music.
yeah.
If it just had an accordion.
Okay. If it just had an accordion. Do you play accordion?
Uh, sometimes.
You dabble?
Dabble, yes, that's the word.
Okay. And were you playing in here?
Sometimes when I'm thinking, I dance around with my accordion. I do the zing, zing, zing. Sometimes.
Yeah. And do you ever like with me when I write, I like to snack while I write. Do you ever you know, eat a snack while you're playing?
Bread and trail mix.
Yeah. What kind of bread do you like?
Oh, do you even need to ask?
Okay, that's fair. Do you usually like the big loaves, the ones that you kind of like hold under your arm?
Yeah, those are good. I like
Yeah,
those.
yeah. Okay. Um, so speaking to you, Isaac, directly, can I move any closer to this man and like get a whiff of him?
You can. You approach him. The Frenchman's arms are tight against his body, but you can. You do sense his aura, and it is definitely of the color brown, green, and not very
Hmm.
good.
Okay. Yeah. All right. I think I'm gonna back up again. So let me ask you this. You said you knew the stinkweed, sorry. Um Such an interesting name. I wonder like what you know about, this rising star and their family.
Eh, I don't like to talk about it, but they're very special to me. In Stankweed, very special to me. and I want to make sure that they are all right. They're okay.
Yeah. Yeah. It's interesting, I have artists that I really like, and I've never really described them as special to me. That's that's an interesting thing to say. I'm curious as to why.
Yeah, the Frenchman, he kind of stands a little bit. He starts to approach, start to back away. He's looking like he could act out. He's looking pretty perturbed.
You know, I'm just a ghost, so any secret that you have is, it's I mean, who am I gonna tell? I'm just bored. I'm just haunting this
His
place.
eyes are darting toward the window, darting toward the door. He's not sure where to go. Your next move could be the deciding factor.
Hmm,
You do have
okay.
some items.
Oh yeah. Um, Gran handed me this piece of paper.
Just to be very careful with that piece of paper. Be very careful with that. Do not let
Yeah.
the cops see it.
Yeah. That's what she told me too. That's really interesting. Um, you know, you seem like a really good guy.
I am.
Yeah. And you obviously have good taste. I mean,
Very big. Yeah, it's best.
yes. So I'm just, I'm just trying to understand because Gran, you know, she seems cool, but I'm not sure like why this family is special to you. Thomas seems cool, but what makes them
Thomas
so cool?
sucks.
Thomas sucks.
Look
Oh,
at him on the ground, almost dead. So
yeah.
sucky.
Yeah. Yeah. And that was kind of because you attacked him, right? So,
Yeah,
mm, yeah.
I did not say that.
Yeah.
You can not prove that.
That's true. That's true. I'm just trying to understand, like Thomas doesn't seem like such a bad guy to me. But you disagree?
Yeah, he's boring. He's a boring man.
Yeah.
Very boring man.
Yeah, I could totally see that. Yeah. Yeah, he kept talking about George Washington, and I'm not sure why. That's so odd, you know?
Washington. The only reason he won his stupid war is because of us. We came to help him with our very, very nice boats. Very,
Valid,
very nice boats.
valid. So so yeah. So Washington's stupid, Thomas is stupid. Yeah. But you like Grand, right?
It's fine.
It's more about Stankweed, right?
Stankwid's something special. That stankwid.
Yeah. Just how special.
Like the best. I mean, have you heard his album? I mean, for real.
Yeah. But a real true fan like you, right? You're going to know more about this person than like other fans know,
Hmm.
right?
Yeah, sure.
Cuz you're special too. You're special.
Thank
You
you.
know things that other people don't know. So, you know, I'm not going to tell anyone cuz I'm just a ghost. So I'm just curious what you know.
Stankwid's cool. That's all I gotta say. Stankwid is cool. Anything else you want to say to me? I mean, you gonna help me get out of here? You gonna what are you gonna do?
Why would you want to get out of here?
Look at this place. It's crazy.
Yeah.
JFK is here. Thomas is on the ground. Stankwid's over there. I
Yeah.
mean, I can't let them see me. That's why I'm here behind the couch. So
Mhm.
well hidden.
Yeah. So, okay. Well, I because I'm a ghost, I can't like open windows or anything, so I'm not sure how, you're gonna get out of here. But it's you know, if you're bored, you could talk to me more. I mean, you could tell me, like how you know Gran and how you like came to know all these people.
He says, "I am through speaking to you." And he kind of squats back down behind the couch again.
Okay, that's fair.
So what is going on? What is the situation?
Hmm.
Who should the police arrest? Because they're waiting outside the door for your word. And whatever you say is going to go.
Oh man, pressure. Is this all I get?
You can ask more questions if you want to. I mean, take all the time you want to take.
Okay. Can I revisit some of the suspects?
Of course.
Okay. I'd like to talk to Thomas.
Hello.
Hey Thomas, how are
Are
you
you done
feeling, man?
talking to my wonderful family who love me so much? Will do
Yeah,
anything for me.
yeah. About
Stanqueef has
that.
an album coming out on Monday.
Yeah, that keeps changing. I thought
Oh,
it was Wednesday.
they told me Monday. They said
Oh,
Monday, be there Monday.
okay. Okay. Hey Thomas,
Hmm.
are you familiar with Stankweed's biggest fan?
Who? You
Okay.
mean me?
Yeah, of course you. Of course you.
Stanqueef's
Um,
music is it's an acquired taste, but it's a very good acquired taste.
yeah, what do you mean it's an acquired taste?
He sings really loud and he likes to hit things that aren't instruments and say it's percussion, and he has rhymes that kind of work.
Hmm. Okay. Hit things that aren't percussion like what?
Like trash cans and walls and bassinets and tables and cups and dishware and books and cats and things like that.
Interesting.
He's experimental.
Yeah. Okay. Has he ever hit anyone like a person?
Probably. He's like
Oh,
8 years old.
yeah, probably, yeah. Yeah, I get it. Okay. Um, hmm, that's interesting. Thomas, can I ask you another question?
Anything you want.
How did
Within reason.
Yeah, that's fair. How did Stankweed get his name?
I don't know. He said, I'm Stankweed. And he said it so many times that he just became Stankweed.
But he doesn't actually like smell, right?
He probably does a little bit. He is 8 years old.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah. Yeah. um, okay. And he doesn't like bread,
No, he doesn't like bread.
but he likes what does he like?
I think he likes cereal. He likes the brown sugar cereal, the brown ones that have little tiny bits of brown. They're all it's very brown. He likes that. Turns the milk brown.
Chocolate?
Yeah, chocolate. That's
Okay.
right. George Washington loved chocolate.
Thomas, why are you so interested in George Washington?
He
I
saved my life.
He did, really? How
I
so?
was I was out on the ice with my little friend Timmy, and Timmy went in the ice and he was drowning, and I said, "I'll help you, Timmy." And I fell in the ice too, and we were eaten by like a shark, and George Washington was in the shark, and he saved us. He pulled us out of the shark's mouth and stomach and intestines and dried us out on the shore, and it was the best day of my life.
Whew. Thomas, I think we need to get you to medical professionals as soon as possible.
Why did you say that?
Yeah, like you might have hit your head a little harder than you think.
You're
Okay.
talking so bright. Your
Mhm.
words are so bright. Like, could you move your mouth slower?
Okay. I'm gonna go talk to Stanky now.
Okay. Yeah, what up? What was going on?
So everybody thinks your album is coming out on like different days, but it's Wednesday. Isn't that
Yeah,
weird?
I said it's Wednesday. It's
Yeah.
going out on Wednesday.
Yeah. Why does everybody keep getting it wrong? That's so
That's
weird.
not my fault. That's not my problem.
Yeah, it's not your fault. It's not something you would have to worry about, right? Like that's not
No.
yeah, that's beneath you. So, Stangway, just curious. There's this interesting like Frenchman nearby.
Hmm?
I just met him. And I'm curious, does he know you? He
He
seems like
looks
a
over,
really
he
big
sees a
fan.
Frenchman. Stankwig goes, "Ah, the Frenchman!" And everyone turns really quickly. JFK goes, "Oh my God, I was right!" And everyone is like, we've reached a pinnacle moment. Everyone is. You can probably talk to one person right now before the cops rush in.
Gran,
Okay. Hello, dearie.
hi. Really quickly, I just met this interesting man,
Hmm.
who seemed interested in certain things that were very interesting. Um, I'm just curious, has there been anyone, really following Stinkweed's music really closely lately?
Stankweed has millions of followers on all of the platforms, on the Facebooks, on the
Right.
Instagrams, on the Clock Talks, on he's everywhere.
Yeah, makes sense. But I just wonder if there's anyone that sticks out to you that you found memorable.
Hmm. Not that I can think of in particular. Were you going to do something about that frightening man over there? Maybe shoot him with that gun the president gave you?
Oh, that seems a little drastic. Why would I shoot him? Do you?
He's squatting in the corner like a Frenchman. I mean, don't when I was a child, if you saw a Frenchman squatting in the corner, you shot him. That was
Wow,
we made T-shirts, knitted them with that saying.
that seems very uh wrong. But
That might be why I went to prison.
you did. Oh, Gran, I know you have a checkered past. I mean, what does that mean though? Like, what do you mean you have a checkered past?
Hmm, I did some things I'm not proud of in my past.
Yeah,
The
like
cops,
what?
uh, arson, murder, thievery, pollution, quite a bit of pollution. I polluted a lot. A lot
Mhm.
of pollution. Mainly pollution. I murdered people to pollute. Because they didn't want me to pollute, and I wanted to pollute.
That is oddly specific. Okay. Um, like anything in particular you like to pollute?
The French countryside.
Oh, okay.
You take
That,
barrels of borax, you take them to the little river, and you dump them all in.
oh, that's horrifying. Okay.
Only a little
Um,
bit. It was all in good fun.
yeah. Yeah. Did you have any experiences there, Gran, that I don't know, maybe people who mm, could have followed you back here?
I don't think I left any of them alive.
Oh.
They were all dying of borax poisoning.
Oh, wow, that's terrifying. Okay. Yeah. Well, I mean, that's definitely a checkered past. Out of curiosity, do you feel like any of that kind of comes into the present?
I don't think so. Once the past is over, it doesn't exist anymore. It doesn't matter. The past doesn't come to haunt you. That's not how time works.
Do you think your grandson is like you, Grant?
He's I was very talented as a child as well. Yes, I was very good at pouring borax at rivers, but he is very good at making music and making people smile. And I made people smile in different ways when they heard that the French countryside wasn't as lush as it was before.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Um, it's weird. Thomas was saying that he kind of likes to hit things. Isn't that weird?
Hmm. Thomas is not very good at hitting things. He was eaten by a shark as a child, and George Washington saved his life.
Hmm. But Stankweed is good at hitting things.
Yeah, sure. He hits things all the time: cats, bottles, dogs, children. The
Yeah.
drums of borax I keep in the basement.
Oh,
Um, all kinds of things.
interesting.
Are you gonna do something about this squatting Frenchman?
Yeah. So I'm just curious. Like, you don't know him at all?
No,
Okay. Well, where's
not in the slightest.
just out of curiosity, where's Stankweed's parents?
They left him in my custody when they died of. They went away.
Hmm.
They
You know that
didn't
for sure?
die. They didn't die. No, they didn't. They didn't. They didn't die. They went away.
Hmm. Okay. Where did they go? Do you know?
I don't know.
They weren't French, were they?
No, they never could they have been French. That's impossible. All the Frenchmen are dead. I killed them all in the 70s.
Yeah. Gran, I wonder what other checkered things you have in your past.
I tried to poison Canada, but they're very, very good at their border patrol.
Okay.
The Mounties were much faster than the Frenchmen.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's interesting. Isaac, I think I would try to talk to JFK again, but I'm not sure I would get anywhere. So,
You can talk to JFK.
okay. Okay.
He's right there. He's right. I gave you a gun.
Why do you want me to kill the
As
Frenchman?
President of the United States, I order you to shoot that Frenchman.
What? This feels. I'm not sure this is in character for you. So, okay. So, JFK, do you
Yes.
feel like I have to shoot that guy?
I mean, I feel pretty threatened. He snuck up behind me and startled me.
He snuck up behind you?
I mean, he's right back there behind me.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Um, you didn't see him sneak up behind anybody else, right? This is the first time you saw him?
No, this is the first time I saw him.
Okay. Okay.
They're rushing in very slowly. We can hear
I'm
them.
taking too long with my question.
They're tripping
Sorry,
over
Billy.
each other as they're trying to get. The halls are very narrow.
Okay.
They're three stooging it down the hallway.
Yeah. Okay, JFK, before the cops come in, I need you to answer something very important. It's a matter of national security.
That is what I live for.
Okay. What do you know about Stankweed, and have you ever seen him get violent?
I have never seen steak weed before today. I do not keep up with the punk kid rock musics.
Mhm. Okay.
He looks like a normal, fine, red-blooded American boy.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you feel like he smells?
Maybe a little bit. But what little kid doesn't?
That's true. That's true. Okay. All right. Well, I feel like I am somewhat lost. But
The cops rush in.
okay.
Watson is at the head. He sees all the people. He says, Holmes, what happened and who should we arrest?
Okay. So, I mean,
Chaos plotting.
I feel like oh gosh, I'm gonna make Sherlock so sad. Um so I feel like based on the clues, I should be pointing the finger at the Frenchman. However, everybody wants me to point the finger at the Frenchman, and I find that really interesting. Um I also wonder about Gran, yeah. But I am stuck on Stankweed and just how violent his past is, and I just wonder if maybe he had some help
Hmm.
with this attempt. And
So you,
so,
so you think Stankweed is in cahoots with whoever knocked down Thomas?
yes. And I think they have a personal connection that neither one of them is willing to share. And I think maybe the Frenchman might be his father.
Hmm. You think the dirty, rotten Frenchman is Stankweed's father?
Yeah, I mean, it kind of, no one could really answer where his name came from.
Okay. So if the dirty, rotten Frenchman is Stankweed's father, why'd they not go over Thomas?
Yeah, I think so my theory is that Stinkweed um got violent. Exactly, carrying on Graham's legacy, got violent, and the dirty rotten Frenchman, which I feel very uncomfortable saying. The man in the corner,
That's his legal name, the dirty, rotten Frenchman.
the man in the corner, he is trying to cover for Stinkweed, and
Hmm.
yeah, and I think Stinkweed is just trying to do what Gran wants, and the only plot hole I have here is I don't know how he hit him over the head. Um, so unless Stinkweed, because I think because this man is his father and his biggest fan, if you will, probably because he is his father, he decided to help him. So I
Is
think
that your
Stinkweed is
is that so that's what happened. If that's what happened, who should be arrested?
the child.
Stankweed.
Yeah,
You're gonna arrest Stankweed?
yeah. I mean,
Watson
kids
says,
get arrested for
Holmes, are
murder.
you sure the child is responsible for this heinous act?
I mean, I feel like Gran is definitely the one that everybody wants me to pick because she's obviously like, after Thomas's fortune, but yeah. I don't know what JFK is doing here. I have no idea what he's doing.
He's
I
looking for George
can't figure him
Washington's
out.
pants.
Yeah, yeah, pants, of course. Priorities. Yeah. I think Stinkweed.
So the cops, they come to Stankweed. They say, Stankweed under arrest. And Stankweed says, I got an album coming out on Tuesday. I can't go to jail. And he says, you're not going to jail. You're going to juvie. J.A. Bryden. The cops, they cuff the little boy, they lead him outside. As he's going away, he's like, hey, he's freaking out, but he's kind of cool. It's kind of cool to Stankweed. Thomas, he's like, bye, Stankweed, have fun. And Gran is like, bye, Stankweed. Goodbye. Good luck with your life. And she's looking at Thomas, she's kind of just waiting for Thomas to die, but Thomas is like, just
Poor Thomas.
and the Frenchman, he stands up. He says, I need to go and make sure Stankweed is okay. And he stands up, and George JFK says, "Wait, where'd you get those slacks?" And the Frenchman runs out, and JFK follows. And pandemonium, pandemonium. Watson pulls you aside. Well done, Holmes. I don't think anyone could have untangled that better than you. Well done.
Did I get it right?
You got most of it correct. Yeah, you got it
Okay.
right.
Okay, so it was Stankweed.
Stankweed is a dirty, rotten stankweed.
I thought something stunk. No, I'm just kidding.
Well done. Thank you for playing the last minute all caps murder mystery. That was the first one ever. That went way longer than I anticipated, but it was really
Sorry.
fun. I thought it was really cool.
I felt like I was unraveling really interesting things and I wanted to keep going.
Yeah.
This is the problem with writers is like they want to, know the whole story.
Yeah. Absolutely. Next time, I think I'll have a few less, maybe one, maybe three suspects, like including maybe not a hidden character either. But yeah, that was cool. That was fun. I really enjoyed doing that.
Yeah, that was fun. That was that was really neat. But I mean, you just like you went all the way with that. Like you never had any point where you were like, "Oh, I need to think about something really quick." You just like, "I know this story inside and out."
I had my notes of the things the characters wanted, the things the characters were hiding, the things the characters could give you.
Nice. Okay. That was fun.
Well, everyone, thank you for is the stream still going? What happened? Oh,
Oh.
yeah, it's still going. I looked at the wrong thing.
Oh.
Everyone, all 6 of you, thank you for watching this amazing episode of All Caps. Ellen Holmes has a book out. Check out her book. Links are in the description. Anything else you'd like to say while we still have you on here? Any closing remarks?
Yeah, thanks for sticking with this stream, guys. It's been really fun. Isaac, thank you for having me on. And yeah, my book is out now. Space Collisions has been out forever, but The Floating Castle is out now. And you can buy it everywhere. You can buy it directly from me. Or indie bookstores is great. They're great. But yeah, if you guys could do me a favor, if you like the book or if you want to support me as an author, my book is eligible for the Indie Ink Awards right now. And
Yes,
so
Indie Ink Awards. Go
yeah,
vote.
and you can nominate as many books as you want. There's no limit. So like if you want to nominate me and another author that you love, then yeah, go for it. But I have some suggested like categories that I would suggest for my book if you nominate it. Which you can find on my social media channels if you want to check that out. And then I sent Isaac the link to my book on Indie Story Geek, which is where you would nominate the book. It would really help me out, because I would love to actually be competitive in some of these awards, and some of them are popularity awards, so they're kind of harder to win.
Yeah.
But yeah, that would help a lot. Yeah, check out my book if you like dark epic fantasy. And thanks for being here. Yeah, all of you. Thank you.
Thanks everybody for coming. You made this amazing. We bid you adieu.